Massive update from Fabrizio Romano this morning regarding Mathys Tel, who is a Bayern Munich player who ruled out moving to Spurs, of course, who rejected Spurs and decided to stay at Bayern. Just for Fabrizio Romano to tell us that he's willing to leave the club. We'll talk about that as well. A massive update as well regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold. We'll talk about this as well and what is happening with Trent. And also, we got that here we go for Marcus Rashford, who joined another Premier League club, Aston Villa. Aston Villa will pay part of his wage, and he's on loan with, I think, no obligation to buy. So he leaves the camp of Manchester United now immediately. He's doing his medical now, and he will be eligible to play for Aston Villa from the next game. Of course, we'll talk about that, but first, hit that like button if you're here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course, and turn on this notification bell if you want to know when we go live and talk about the games and analyze the games. But listen first, a massive update about Mathys Tel, who is on his way out from Bayern Munich, as Fabrizio said, or can be on his way out from Bayern Munich. The winger slash the striker, the French guy that played for the under-21, who scored 16 goals for 83 games that he played for Bayern, had 7 assists, a massive boost if he leaves Bayern Munich. For Man United, who are in for him, and Arsenal as well, who need a striking option to keep pushing for the league, to try to chase Liverpool, to boost their chances. And as Fabrizio says, understand that Manchester United and Arsenal are both in contact with the Mathys Tel camp now. Henry and Cristiano Ronaldo are his idols. He wants to join either Man United or Arsenal. Still concrete chance that he leaves now in the next 36 hours before the window shuts on Monday evening in England. But what does Mathys Tel provides to Arsenal or Manchester United? I'm going to start with Arsenal, because Arsenal at the current moment, they need someone like Mathys Tel. With Bukayo Saka's major injury and Gabriel Jesus, their forward option is so limited to Kai Havertz, Trossard, Martinelli, Raheem Sterling, and the youngster Nwaneri. Still, Arsenal are going in the Champions League. They are in the round of 16. They got top 8. Of course, we all know the target to try to win the Champions League, competition that they haven't won ever. Maybe it's a long shot. And also in the league, they are 9 points behind Liverpool. They still have to play Manchester United. Manchester City. Apologies. I'm recording this before they play Man City to try to close the gap to 6 points, with Liverpool having a game in hand after the win yesterday against Bournemouth away from home, a tough win for Liverpool. But can Arsenal land this deal? Because I believe that he provides something to Arsenal that they don't have. I think he provides the flair. He can play the striker position as he played before, or he can play the winger. He can be the Saka replacement on the right side until Saka comes back, or he can be on the left side and Martinelli can play on the right side. The problem with Mathys Tel, as we all know, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments, will he go and be a starter right away for Arsenal for Kai Havertz up top, or for the left side as Martinelli? Is he better than Martinelli on that left side? That's what I want to know. Is he better than Kai Havertz up top? That is what Arsenal fans need to consider, because the guy needs game time. He's asking for guaranteed game time in a big team, and that is what he lacks at Bayern Munich at the current moment, with the Sanes, the Musialas, the Harry Kanes. That's what he doesn't have. He hasn't played a lot of games. He hasn't started a lot of games for Bayern Munich this season. If he goes to Manchester United, I think he plays up top, or he plays on the left 10 or the right 10, in the position that maybe Garnacho takes. I think the right 10 is occupied by the star of Manchester United, Amad Diallo, who has been doing fantastic work this season. He's the bright, shining star for Man United. But if they get this guy, provides speed up top, provides player up top, he can score some goals. He's something that Man United don't have. Both clubs are in for him. I think if Arsenal are in for him and Man United are in for him, I know that Man United gives him the option of more game time than Arsenal. But if it was me, I would join Arsenal, a team that is trying to go for the league, a team that is still in the Champions League, that is trying to push to win a major trophy this season. I know that they have to come back from a 2-0 deficit against Newcastle at home in the Carabao Cup. They are out of the FA Cup on the hands of Manchester United with penalties a couple of weeks ago. But they're still in for the league and they're still in for the Champions League. So Mathys Tel, if he joins Arsenal, I think he provides a firepower up top that they lack, with Kai Havertz struggling at the current moment. Martinelli is not having his best season on that left side. And this is why I want to see someone like him at Arsenal. For Man United, they still have Xerxes, they still have Højlund. It looks like they're keeping Garnacho and Amad Diallo occupy that right side. And also with Kobe Menu thriving in that left 10 advanced midfielder that play behind the forward. Maybe Mathys Tel, we don't know if he's going to start or not, but same for Arsenal. Can either clubs guarantee him a starting position? I think that would be the key thing that we see in the next 36 hours, in my opinion. On another note, and hit that like button if you're still here. Bad news for Liverpool fans. Bad news for Liverpool fans that Trent Alexander-Arnold has suffered an injury, a quad tightness or a quad strain, that he might be out for 2 to 6 weeks. If it's a strain, if it's tightness, it's less than a week. It looks like the guy left the pitch yesterday holding his quad against Bournemouth and Conor Bradley. Can they rely on Conor Bradley? I think so. Let me know in the comments, but I think that Conor Bradley provides sufficient backup for Trent on the right side. They can go with Conor Bradley for 2-6 weeks in the next games. Again, it's in the league as well, because they won't play the Champions League until the round of 16, which is March. So I believe that Conor Bradley can sufficiently cover that right side for them. But bad news for Trent, who is targeted, of course, by Real Madrid. We all know that. Was targeted by Real Madrid. He didn't have the greatest game yesterday against Bournemouth, even before he goes off. But still, Trent provides something different to Liverpool going forward. Yes, defensively, he's not great, but he provides something different that Conor Bradley doesn't provide going forward. The passes, the crosses, the ability to cross from anywhere on the pitch past the halfway line. And that is what Conor Bradley doesn't have. It's that offensive weapon that Trent has at his locker, is that right foot, the magic right foot, of course. Free kicks and set piece taking and corner kicks. That is what Conor Bradley doesn't have. And this is why I'm still hoping that Trent is only less than a week. Liverpool need him, of course. If it's a strain, it will be 6 weeks. That is a lot of time that he's out. And by the time he comes back and get match fit and be in the right play, in the right frame to actually start games, I think it will take time. But hopefully it's just a tightness and he will be back in less than a week. As said, Marcus Rashford as well, in the other news, has joined Aston Villa on loan. The buy option clause is £40 million. Remember that Marcus Rashford was worth about 70 to 80 million pounds a season or two ago when PSG wanted him, and he wanted to stay at Man United at that time. I believe that this is the right move for Marcus Rashford. He stays in the Premier League. Where does he play? He plays on that left side of Aston Villa that is occupied by Jacob Ramsey sometimes. But they play completely different. He doesn't play as I don't think he sits well as a striker, in my opinion. Ollie Watkins is there. We heard he's injured. They have Marlin. They signed Marlin, if I'm not mistaken. Is it, am I wrong here? But maybe they signed Marlin on that left side. So where does Marcus Rashford fit? There is Morgan Rogers play behind the forward and Ollie Watkins. Is he guaranteed game time? I think we'll have to wait and see how Emery uses him. But remember, Aston Villa plays still in the Champions League. So Marcus Rashford has experience in the competitions like Europa League and the Champions League. And that is what he offers for Aston Villa as well. He won Europa League with Man United before. So he won trophies with Man United, FA Cups as well. So that is what he provides, experience. Can he revive his career? Can he change his attitude that Amorim spoken about before? That is what we have to wait and see. But a good move, in my opinion, it's a massive move for Marcus Rashford, in my opinion, because this guy was a weapon at some point. He was so talented as a youngster at Man United. when he came through the ranks, he was one of the people that was spoken about to be the next star for Man United. But he failed because of the environment. We don't know what is happening at Man United. We don't know what happened to him at Man United, but he didn't live up to the potential that he had. So let me know in the comments if you think Marcus Rashford can revive his career. Will he go back to his best at Aston Villa? We'll have to wait and see. And that I'm waiting. I hope that Marcus Rashford can revive his career. He's a brilliant player that can score a lot of goals. I hope that he revive his career. That Emery should be able to get the best out of him. I hope that he can get the best out of him. Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button if you're still here. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you're new, and turn on this notification bell to know when we go live. I will see you guys later tonight on multiple shows, of course, and I will see you guys later.